back to day two of our content creation masterclass. And today we want to talk about how you can discover your niche. So, we want to talk about how you can discover your niche and your audience. So, today we are diving into knowing what you really want to talk about, knowing what you have to focus on so that you can have the understanding of your targeted audience and be able to communicate in a way that resonates with them. Now, we want to look at why your niche matters. So, in this saturated digital space, you have to have something you're talking about. You can't be everywhere. When you have something that you really talk about, makes you it makes you an authority in that niche, and it makes your content well defined. That means you have something you're talking about and people know you for that. And why are these important? The first one is that it sharpened focus. It makes you have a clear focus. You have to earn into specific topic and prevent your content from being too generic, and it makes you become an expert in your chosen area. When people want to go for something, they know that okay, this is what this person talks about, this is what I can go for this person for. So when you put out a content there, and maybe like now I'm a content creator, you all know me for that. You all know that okay, if it's about graphic design, video editing, yes, you can call me for that content strategy. But you can't want to have a talk uh on medicine or on medical parts and you call me for that. I don't have much knowledge there. So it's when you have something that you talk about, something that's your niche, then it makes you an expert in what you do, and it also helps you to stand out. It makes you stand out. It makes you different from your competitors. So when you offer something distinct, it makes you memorable, it makes you unique, it makes your name keep on echoing in the mind of people. The next thing is that it makes you targeted, aligned. It makes your target, it makes it aligned. Your niche aligns your content directly with specific problem you want to solve, the interest and the desire of a target audience. That means you know who you're talking to and you're talking directly to them. So, and every piece you create is relevant and valuable to them. You are not just beating around the bush, you are talking directly to some certain people and it gets to them directly. And I've talked about this earlier that it builds authority, it makes you a go to resource in that domain, it makes you someone that deliver high quality value in that specific area. So, without a niche content, risk being scattered it risks being scattered, and at the end of the day you may discover that the people that your content will fall into will be people that doesn't really value what you give. But when you have your target audience, you know the people you're talking to, it will be for people that value what you talk about, that value the exact thing that you talk about. Now let's go to understanding your audience, and this is the heart of content sources. So when you understand your audience, it's the beginning of sources. You know what they want, you know what to talk about them, know what to talk to. So you know what to talk about rather. So and this is very paramount. It is very important in your content journey. Now, how can your audience needs, questions, and preferences are the guiding principle for your content. It helps you to create a content that connects and resonates with them. So when you know their needs, their questions, what are things they keen for, what are the things they have interest in, it helps you to know what to do and the right content to put out there. And it helps you to analyze your current followers engagement patterns. That's the same thing. What question do they ask frequently? What content do they consume? What are the problems that they express? So when you know all this, it makes your content solve a specific problem, and then it brings out much more value. and it does what you want it to do exactly. So this profound audience insight is the bedrock for creating content that's meticulously builds trust, fosters unwavering loyalty, and cultivates a vibrant, engaging community around your brand. So when you have this content idea, when you understand your audience, it helps you to build trust. You have a community that they trust you, they understand you, and they know what you communicate. Also, when you have your audience understanding, it allows you to speak directly to their pain points, offer solution, celebrate their success, making them feel heard and valued. So everyone wants to feel heard and valued. And when you understand your audience, when you give them what they want, talk to their pain points, they feel like, oh, this person understands me, oh, this person knows what I'm going through. And through that, they feel free to communicate with you, they feel free to relate with you. And when you ignore your audience needs, it's just like talking to the void. So you may have a brilliant message, you may have a brilliant idea, but to not reach the ears of the right people. So and it will lose its potential. They say when the value of something is not known, abuse is inevitable. So when you're talking to people that doesn't understand what you're talking about, then abuse is inevitable, then it becomes irrelevant. Now let's look at how you can build your niche map. What's a niche map? A niche map is a visual tool that helps you organize and identify the unique strengths of your audience demand. Okay, this will help you to understand their passion, your own personal passion, your expertise, and what people are actively searching for converge. So this will help you to navigate and know what to put out there. So this is a visual display of a niche map. Now we have your skill, you have your passion, and you have your audience need. So with this is the broad one that you pick your content, you build your content around it. What's your need, your unique niche? Then you can build your skills, your passion, your audience need, the marketable interest, and the skills demand. So when you have your own unique niche, it helps you to build other things around it. What are the skills you have that you can use to make this work? What are your audience need and what is your passion? When you know this, it helps you to narrow down your niche and make it a successful one. So let's look at this illustration. We have a fitness coach and their niche map might visually connect maybe home workouts, nutrition for busy professionals, and mindset coaching to be divine to define a focused area where they can serve a specific demographic effectively. So when they have this, when they know, okay, this is what I want to talk about, home workouts, nutrition for busy professionals, it helps them to have clarity and be able to create a content that will talk directly to people that they want to talk to. Now let's look at how to create your niche map step by step. The first one is you list your strengths. What are the things that you love to do? What are the things you are good at? What are the things you know a lot about that even when they wake you up in the midnight, you can talk about it anywhere, anytime. So that's you have to list it out. What are your strengths? And then you have to identify your audience problem. You can search it, Google search, go online, look at the go to YouTube, search for something specific about them. What are their problems? What are their desires? What are the questions they have? And put yourself in their shoes. Okay, as a content creator, if you're a content creator, what are the questions that you ask presently? What are the questions that you feel like, okay, these are the things that you still need to know more about? These are the things that you struggle about. So, what are the things that you know that can help people in your niche? What are their problems? What are the things that they search for the most? And this will really, really help you. And you can use SEMrush for this too. So, and the next thing is to find intersection. Look at your strengths and look at your audience. What are the things you have in common? What are the ways that all these can provide value and create a meaningful content. Then the last one, right, is prioritize and refine. So when you look at, okay, this is my strength, this is what my audience need, look at it, prioritize. Okay, this is what should come first, this is what I should do first, which one should come first and should come next. So when you understand this, it helps you to be able to refine your content until you find the perfect fit. Now you have to ensure that your niche is not only to fulfill your personal, it's not only personally fulfilling, just for your self gain or what you feel like, okay, this is what I want to do, but also it is strategic, viable, offering a strong foundation for your content journey. Make sure it is something valuable and make sure it is something strong enough and strategic enough to help you to build your content brand. Now, what are content pillars? If you want to start in content creation, you have to understand your content pillars. Your content pillars are the foundation thing that underpin your content. This is just like, you know what a pillar is? It holds the building. So this is the foundation. This is the main thing, the bedrock of your content. And how do you understand? How do you know your content pillars? You have to know your brand messages and content pillars. What are the things that they do? They define the core message and identify your brand. They make your brand unique, they make your message specific, and then they guide your content creation, keep it aligned with your niche. When you have a content pillar, it helps you to keep your message aligned, it helps you to keep your message aligned, and it bring strategic approach, like your content planning. It makes it more strategic and it makes it more direct. You know what you're talking about, and you it also brings clarity. It brings clarity to your audience about what to expect from you, what you do. And when you have your content pillar too, it helps you to stay consistent. You're not just diving around, you're not just doing this and that, test running. No, you know what you're doing, and it helps you to stay consistent in your niche. Now, let's say you have three content pillars. For example, if you're a productivity coach, your pillars may be something like time management strategies, mindset for success, and tools and tech reviews. So each pillars you cannot break it down. You cannot break it down into numerous contents. So let's say, okay, for content creation now, let's say my content pillar is, okay, let's say my content pillar is, one of my content pillar is tools to start out as a content creator for beginners. So I can now go and break it down into top two or top three tools to use as a beginner in content creation, or maybe the number one app for a simplified content creation. So this one will help you to have a broad message and help you to break it down into consumable content. Now, why do you need the content pillar? Why do you need content pillar? So content pillar are not just for organizational tools. They are strategic agents that empowers your content. They helps you to have a aligned mission. You speak a mission, you have your mission and you have your values, and it also builds authority. When you have your content pillar, it builds authority, it makes you stay consistent, and then with that, people know you for who you are, people know you as a credible expert within your niche. Also streamlined creation, by they provide a framework for your content calendar. It makes it easier for you to be able to draft your content calendars with this, because when you have a content pillar and you have the breakdown, it helps you to know, okay, this is what I'm doing, this is what I can engage with next, and it helps your audience engage more with you. It makes their expectation and helps them helps you to talk about the topic they are interested in. And with these pillars, your contents may be disjoined. It can become disjoined. People will not understand. Maybe you talk about something today, you talk about something else tomorrow. It doesn't follow. But when you have this content pillars, it helps you to make you focused and to make your content well aligned. So let's look at how to identify your three content pillars. The first thing is to start with mission. What do you aspire to be known for? That's what I ask people whenever they come to me about content creation, about starting out online. What is the exact thing that you want to be known for? So with this, you have to know, you have to reflect on your brand's mission, what you want to be known for, and with this you can write it down. Okay, I want to be known as an expert in my field. I want to be known as someone they can trust. I want to be known as the best VA in my industry. So do you understand? So all these things you have to write it down. You start with your mission and what you aspire to be known for. Also, you analyze your audience most engaged questions, the comments, what, there are some content that you put out and you know that okay, this content really did well. And you put out others and you feel like, why is it that people are not engaging with this? So you test run, the one that will work well with people, with the one that people consume more. Is it video? Is it audio? Is it visuals? So what exactly is it that your people consume? What is the comments they put out? What is the questions they ask in the comment section? And what are the topics they consistently talk about that spark their interest and interaction? So all this you have to write it down, not just knowing it. Write it down, bring out a note, write it down. What are your mission? Write it down. What are the topics that spark your audience interest and interaction? Write it down. And the next one is audit existing content. So when you look at your content, you see that this is called content repurposing. So you can do this too. When you see that a content perform well, you can just readjust it, polish it again, and put it out there. Then you eat it as a natural pillars. And also, the next one, the last one here, mix it up. Your content, we have some people that all they do is personal content. This is what happened to me. Okay, people learn from this, people learn from this. Or we have some people that talk about their work alone every time. This is what I do, this is what I do, this is what I do, this is what I do. Okay, though people want to know what you do, but then people also want to feel like they're talking to a human being, not a robot. So you have to mix it or balance it. Maybe you include your personal journey, your behind the scenes, okay, educational, how to do this, how to pillars, and maybe community or trend focused pillar. So all these ones you have to break it down and write it out. Okay, this is my personal and behind the scene, the story behind my brand, behind the scenes, what are the things I can do. Educational, maybe how to start out as a so, how to do this, how to do that. And your community trend focus. Okay, this is the trend in the community, let's vibe with the trend, or let's see what's going on. So all those things are very essential when you want to craft out your um your content pillars. Now let's look at the activity. The activity of the day is how to write your niche map and define your three content pillars. Now this is very very important. Now you have to draw your niche map, visually represent your intersection. Just let's look at it. You have to draw out your niche map and write a concise one sentence brand mission statement that capture your core purpose. So you have to write one sentence brand mission statement. What is your mission statement that capture your core purpose, what you really want to do, and you list three primary content pillars with description on its focus. Let's look at the example here. Now, the niche map, let's say you are into digital marketing. Your niche map is digital marketing, small business growth, and actionable strategies. Okay, these are your niche map. What is your mission? Mission is helping small business owners master digital marketing to grow their revenue. That's just as simple as ABC. And then you go to your content pillars. Maybe your content pillars, your educational digital marketing tutorials. That is the step by step guides for social media, email marketing, and online advertising strategies. Then the second content pillar here is small business story, success story. Okay, let's use real case scenarios behind the scene. So this one is a personal story, maybe something that has happened to you or something that happened to someone in your field. You understand now? So you use this as a real case study and the behind the scene insight for others, so that others will be able to learn from it. And also we have marketing tools and trend. That is the trend from your niche. So let's look at the reviews of the latest marketing software, the platform or industry developments. What are the things that they can use? Maybe the tools, the trends, this is what's going on now, and this is your own view about it. Let people talk about their view about it too. So that about that. That is how it's simple. That's how simple it is. So you take your time with this exercise. The clarity you gain here will save you countless hours in the future content planning. It will help you when you want to plan your content. It helps you to make something easier, so you can just go back to it, pick something out of it, and then use it for your content. So congratulations for the end of day two. And by now, I know you can now understand your niche. You cannot divine your niche. You can divine your niche, and you have your audience understood. You understand how you can understand you now have the deeper grasp of who you're talking to and how you can connect with them, the content that resonates with them, and your content pillars. That is what are the things that you can talk about that can grab their attention. So with all this, it will help you to build a tangible content, a meaningful content, and it also help you connect with loyal community and drive tangible impact. So alright, so don't forget your activity once again. So this is the activity right here. This is the activity right here. So you write down your niche map, and define your content pillars. You can use this as an example. So you can use this as an example when you want to write your own. So this can be your guide. All right, thanks for watching, and I hope you are enjoying the class already. Now don't forget to submit your assignments in the WhatsApp group. I'll go through everything and let you know what you need to do next. All right, bye for now, and see you in day three. Bye.